It's really nice to get here early because it's quiet and you can actually do your work a little bit better.
It's very calm and refreshing in the morning.
You get to collect yourself before you go out into the park and see the guests.
The sounds of nature in the morning are really nice.
I am a morning person. I like to come to work in the morning.
You definitely notice the quiet. It's just nice to have that one-on-one time with your animals.
It's a much different vibe. In a way, it's like really zen. Because you know in just a few hours, thousands of people are going to be here and they're going to just be having this amazing experience.
Every morning before opening, we walk the park, making sure everything looks in place.
You got people cleaning up, you got the actors getting ready for their shows, everybody opening up their shops.
To be ready with the products in the restaurants.
Our team, they start right away with getting lined up. We usually have an estimated count of what we're going to work with.
We can plan and see what we need to do and get everything stocked.
First thing in the day is we test all the rides. So we go through working with maintenance, make sure all the rides are ready to go for the guests.
We check our trains out in the mornings. We also walk our track, just making sure everything is safe and everything's secure.
We really like to make sure everything is nice and neat and show ready before guests come in.
Walk throughout the park, check on all the plants, all the flowers, make sure everything is done perfect, and get it ready for our guests.
Everyone's working together as a team. Everyone takes that ownership. It's their park. They're ready to open up the park.
And we all really have to work with each other as a community in order to give the best guest experience that we can.
Everybody's excited to see each other again. Our team is like a family, and we get everybody ready to get our guests included in that family.
Working with a great team is just amazing, you know. It wouldn't work if you did it single-handedly and you got to rely on everybody, but at the end of the day, you know, it's great to have that camaraderie and getting it all done together.
The joy to see families enjoying themselves, to see that spark when someone gets it or gets inspired or gets excited, it's a rush. It's a true rush.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2018 IAAPA Chairman of the Board, Andreas Andersen.
Good morning and welcome to the IAAPA Attractions Expo 2018. Like you just saw on the screens, our day is just getting started. We are so happy that you are here, and we are so excited to kick off an incredible week. Before we get too far into the program, I would like to introduce and congratulate IAAPA's new president and CEO. After an extensive global search, Hal McAvoy, formerly IAAPA's Chief Financial Officer, was promoted to President and CEO. He's been with the association since 2017 and has served most of this year as interim president. I can think of no one better taking the association into the next 100 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Hal McAvoy.
Thank you. Andreas, thank you for those kind words. Good morning, and thank you all for joining us. I'm thrilled and deeply humbled to be here. To say this is a dream comes true does not even begin to express how I feel. Many years ago, when I was attending the University of South Florida, I needed a job during the Christmas break, and that led me to a relatively new park at the time, Walt Disney World. I was hired as a cast member, and I worked on the famous Admiral Joe Fowler riverboat. It was my first experience working at an attraction, serving guests, helping them make memories together, and I was hooked. After college, I went to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, and really immersed myself in the operation of the park. I'm a finance and numbers guy by trade, but I've always been happiest working alongside the different teams, seeing how we make everything happen, helping our guests have an incredible experience, and then doing it all again the next day. My career took me to Busch Gardens Williamsburg and Water Country USA, and then to SeaWorld's corporate office here in Orlando in 2017. I joined IAAPA as Chief Financial Officer. Now I have the tremendous personal and professional honor as serving as your association president and CEO. I'd like to thank the IAAPA Board of Directors for their faith in me as we bring this association into the next 100 years. I'd also like to thank the incredible team at IAAPA. I am proud to work alongside a very talented group of professionals who support me and you every day. I'm sure you've heard the saying, find your passion and you'll never work a day in your life. Well, in our industry, we work because of our passion. We go to work in places where others go on vacation, and they look to us to make their experiences unforgettable. That's what I discovered all those years ago at my first job, and that's what excites me every day in this job. Over the past year, I've had the opportunity to get to know many of you. I've traveled to member facilities around the world. I've learned about the rich and diverse cultures in which you live and work. I met many passionate industry professionals, experienced new rides and shows, visited amazing attractions, marveled at the vision and creativity of our designers, manufacturers, owner-operators who bring so many attractions to life. And I made a lot of new friends along the way. I can't tell you how much I look forward to working with all of you and finding new ways that our association can strengthen your success. We have an incredible week ahead. So much to talk about, share, and so much to learn from each other. But before we go any further, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the companies who have helped bring you today's event.
The IAAPA Attractions Expo 2018 Kickoff Event is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. First, we would like to thank the Wanda Group, sponsor of the IAAPA Theater. We also extend our thanks to Amico, the platinum sponsor of today's kickoff event. Thank you to the gold sponsors of the kickoff event, Attraction and Entertainment Solutions, and Dippin' Dots. And finally, thank you to the silver sponsors of the kickoff event, Jack Rouse Associates and Kaizen Analytics.
Please join me in another round of applause for our sponsors. Last year, right in this room, we kicked off the 100th anniversary of IAAPA. Since then, we've honored this milestone around the world in each of our signature events. This week, we're holding the largest IAAPA Attractions Expo ever. I can't think of a better way to conclude this year's celebration. This year, as we've celebrated the past to build the future, we knew it was a perfect time to induct an expanded class of industry pioneers and leaders into the IAAPA Hall of Fame. For more about this year's inductees, please welcome the chair of IAAPA Hall of Fame Committee, Jack Morey.
Good morning, everyone. As Hal stated, IAAPA's 100th is a very special time indeed. Our committee sifted through numerous nominations in an attempt to close the history books for IAAPA's first 100 years. In some cases, these inductions are long overdue, as the contributions of these individuals date back to the 1800s. In other cases, they've inspired us more recently. So this year, we posthumously honor 11 industry greats that have made a real difference in the global attractions business, and they will continue to inspire us for many years to come.
The IAAPA Hall of Fame was established in 1990 to celebrate individuals' outstanding achievements and significant contributions to the global attractions industry. The innovative ideas and approaches created and implemented by these individuals have inspired success and fueled the growth and development of the industry. An industry that, like few others, depends on the imagination, talent, vision, and leadership of these dream builders. Since that time, dozens of industry pioneers and legends have received this prestigious honor. In celebration of IAAPA's 100th anniversary, we are proud to induct the following industry trailblazers into the IAAPA Hall of Fame. Edward Joy Morris II was the industry's first large-scale manufacturer of attractions. Unlike most manufacturers who focused on a single attraction, the Morris Chute Company, based in Philadelphia, built a range of rides so Morris could outfit an entire amusement park. This groundbreaker's patented Shoot the Chute and figure-8 toboggan slide attractions were wildly popular, as was his carousel, which introduced a variety of animals in addition to more traditional horses. The stylization and unique carvings made Morris's carousels rare, magical, and legendary. From selling shovels and pails to beachgoers at age 9 to building the iconic Cyclone, Irving Rosenthal's Coney Island career was only the beginning for this creative entrepreneur. For over 60 years, he set new standards for marketing, licensing, cleanliness, and maintenance. He helped make Palisades Amusement Park one of the most famous parks in the world. And through importing European rides for his amusement park, Irving Rosenthal helped globalize the industry. Appointed in 1920 as the first secretary of the National Association of Amusement Parks, the forerunner of IAAPA, Alfred R. Hodge guided the organization through the Great Depression and the Second World War. He maintained the longest tenure of any IAAPA staff leader, serving the association until 1946. During that time, he increased member services and laid the groundwork for IAAPA's future, building a foundation that has already lasted 100 years. Receiving his first of 20 patents at age 24, Levitt Luzerne Custer invented a small battery-powered automobile that could traverse almost any terrain. The Custer Park car was an immediate sensation in the global attractions industry and led to the development of the water cycle, the first paddle boat ride, and the bubble bounce. Custer's amazing influence remains in every go-kart, turnpike, and paddle boat ride, delighting thrill seekers to this day. In 1916, Dr. Harry Wedgeforth created the San Diego Zoo on a whim, not realizing it would become one of the leading zoological institutions in the world. He traveled to build the zoo's animal and plant collections. To facilitate the free exchange of information and sharing of animals between organizations, he also founded the National Association of Zoological Executives, which became ASPA and later AZA. Today, Wedgeforth's San Diego Zoo is world-renowned, not only for its parks, but also for its network of global conservation organizations that bring species back from the brink of extinction. Frank Rubitz and Lee Eiley of Eiley Aircraft designed and built innovative rides like the Octopus, Roundup, Paratrooper, and the Rolo plane that have delighted guests for decades. Building more than 2,000 rides, they became the second largest builder of rides in the United States. Hundreds of Eiley rides are still operating, and their original designs are still built by other suppliers to entertain thrill-seeking guests around the world. Phil Dexter became fascinated with the ocean surf while working in San Diego in the 1960s. His obsession led this construction engineer to invent the wave pool we know today. After building 2 functioning prototypes, he obtained a patent and built a marvelous pool at Big Surf Water Park, which he also managed. The attraction industry owes a great deal of gratitude to this curious pioneer who brought the ocean's waves to the desert and numerous other water parks around the globe. For more than 35 years, Marcelo Perialis has been linked to the world of family entertainment. A natural entrepreneur, he created the first family entertainment center in Brazil in 1989 and grew it into an international, award-winning business. He persevered through dramatic economic shifts and used those moments to retool and reinvent his business. He founded the Argentinian Association of Parks and Attractions and served on IAAPA's board of directors, the Global Alliance Task Force, and the Latin American Association of Parks and Attractions. He was truly an industry trailblazer who helped create the attractions industry in Latin America. During his 40-year career, Gary Story went from street sweeper to co-founder of Premier Parks and President-Chief Operating Officer of Six Flags. When industry safety was in the spotlight following high-profile incidents in 1999, this icon was a leading champion for voluntary safety reporting and brought science to the G4 safety debate, which effectively ended the brain injury controversy. As a mentor to many industry leaders, Gary's passionate contributions set a high bar and continue to influence the industry today. For over 4 decades, Alexander Al Weber Jr.'s guest-first philosophy propelled him into key leadership roles at Paramount Parks, Palace Entertainment, Six Flags, and Apex Parks Group. He sought opportunities that others overlooked with his keen sense of the business and zeal for creating innovative new guest experiences. He deftly fostered the development of record-breaking attraction concepts, recognized the need for FECs and smaller regional parks in the out-of-home entertainment space, and was a non-stop advocate for excellence. He shared his passion and expertise openly, and in doing so, inspired leaders and future leaders across the globe. We are proud to welcome these legendary dreamers, innovators, and pioneers to the storied ranks of the IAAPA Hall of Fame.
We are extremely honored to have several family members of many of our inductees here with us today. And at this time, I'd like to invite them on stage to accept the award on behalf of their family.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award for Irving Rosenthal is his grandnephew, Dr. Jacoby. Accepting the award for Dr. Harry Wedgeforth is the Chief Marketing Officer from San Diego Zoo Global, Ted Moulter. Accepting the award for Phil Dexter is his son, Keith Dexter. Accepting the award for Marcelo Perialis is his niece, Luciana Perialis. Accepting the award for Gary Story is his wife, Lorena Story. And accepting the award for Alexander Al Weber Jr. is his wife, Bonnie Sherman Weber.
These industry leaders have inspired us all, and they will continue to do so for many, many years to come. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your stories and your family and your history with all of IAAPA for now and into the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. 2018 has been about celebrating the past and building the future. I think this year's Hall of Fame inductees are perfect examples of how the dedication and work of our industry pioneers and trailblazers continue to shape our industry. I'm excited about where we are today. Our industry is growing in new markets around the world and expanding in markets that have been successful for years. New forms of entertainment, products, and services continue to meet the ever-evolving needs of our guests and are essential to our industry's success. Even for the Expo, we continue to evolve. This year, we built an entire new structure outside the convention center to accommodate 130 additional exhibitors in a climate-controlled space. That's what we do: innovate, connect people, and move forward. In the week ahead, I encourage you to visit the new area called Exploration Station. Who knows? Your next big idea may be waiting out there for you to discover. As we kick off this week, we have so much to look forward to for our guests, for our companies, and for our whole industry. The gates are open, and it's time to do what we all do best.
It really amps up pretty quickly once we hit this peak time of the day. Everyone starts to feed off of each other's energy, feed off the energy of the guest.
Everybody is excited to be here. Everybody's clamoring to get to the next cool thing.
You have to work really fast. Everything is fast, fast, fast.
Everyone's just running around trying to get everything done that they can. There's almost a serenity in all the chaos.
They're grabbing lunch, they're catching shows, they're visiting the merch shops, they're riding the rides. And at that point, it's our job as the whole team to make sure that they're having the best experience possible no matter what they're doing.
Food's flying everywhere from the sides of the building to the roof to the bottom to some of it hits the plates, believe it or not. But it just keeps going. We love it.
We run well when we're under fire. You know, it's exciting. You're trying to get through the crowds to make sure that we're getting to our animals and take care of them, making sure that the guests have what they need to enjoy their experiences, and it's just a great time.
You got a lot of excited guests, a lot of excited faces coming to do things they've never done, truly getting a good experience at our park. So it's nice to see all the busyness and the rush and everybody looking for their next thrill.
This team works really hard to prepare a quality, engaging, iconic experience for the guests. And so there is nothing more gratifying than seeing people enjoy what we do.
Every day we see so many of the happy faces of the audience, like each smile, each kid who is laughing, or each tear coming from the eyes of people. It's amazing.
I'm very proud to work in a place where represent a multicultural engagement. It's great to meet people from all over the world.
We get to make people's day, get to make their vacation. We get to make memories that they'll remember for years to come.
My family growing up, we were just theme park people. We loved going to all sorts of them. Zoos, aquariums, theme parks, you name it. So being in the industry now and seeing the other side of it, when I bring families in, I'm remembering what I was seeing for the first time. It's just it's a great feeling.
When I see other people having a good time and I'm kind of part of that, it makes me feel good. I think it's really important that people put some time aside just to let loose and have fun with their family and friends. And I think it's really important, especially in the attraction industry, that we make that environment for people.
I love working in this industry because you get to connect with so many different people, and then when you connect with them, you become part of their family memories.
It's really special to be part of an industry like this because I'm the person that people get to come to on their vacation as a family, and I'm helping them make memories. So to be in this industry is really, really rewarding. It's not just about how much I get to learn and how amazing everything is. My job is a lot of fun, but when I get to see people connect together, that's really, really something special.
As you can see, our members are doing outstanding work around the world. And as we can all learn from each other, especially when members truly go above and beyond to innovate and excel. In our industry, when we see excellence, we celebrate it. We hold it up as an example because outstanding work inspires others. Our friends at the Liseberg Group do just that. They honor the best amusement and theme parks around the world with the Liseberg Applause Award. To tell you more about this year's nominees, please welcome the Chairman and CEO of Sally Corporation and member of the Applause Award Board of Governors, John Wood, and Executive Vice President and COO of Liseberg Group, Tina Resch.
Liseberg first presented the Applause Award in 1980. This was the first global award to recognize amusement or theme parks that have inspired the industry through its leadership, foresight, originality, and sound business development. It is considered to be the premier industry award.
Our three finalists for this year's Applause Award are Portaventura, Spain, Universal Studios, Japan, Xcaret, Mexico. Let's meet our three finalists.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel
As you can see, all three parks are very worthy finalists. With an original and creative vision, the winner of the 2018 Applause Award has created one of the most unique and authentic park destinations in the world. The park balances world-class experiences based on native culture and natural attractions with sustainable operations and a strong commitment to the community.
And the winner of the 2018 Liseberg Applause Award is truly exceptional. The winner is Xcaret, Mexico.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Would you like to say a few words?
It's incredible. I still don't believe it. I was not prepared for this. I knew we were nominated, but I even didn't bring my jacket and tie. I never thought that doing what you love to do every day, to show my country, the beauty of my country, the culture of my country, I would be able to receive this so important distinction on behalf of my group, my Xcaret group, my family, myself, and my country. I thank the IAAPA, the jury, and all of you for giving me this prize. I just want to add a few additional words just to say what Xcaret is. Xcaret is a new park, 27 years old. It's a 50-hectare eco-archaeological park that shows the history, traditions, food, dances, songs, everything of this beautiful country. I always say that my country has 32 states, but I see in each one of these states a full country. I see 32 different cultures, 32 different dialects, 32 different foods, 32 different songs and dances. It's a very rich country, and all we do is just to show it to everybody in a very interactive way. We have 1,700 members of happy people. Just we need happy people to get happy visitors. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Xcaret, well deserved. 2018 has been an exciting year for our members. We've celebrated new park openings, wondered at thrilling new attractions, seen amazing new animal habitats, and truly celebrated the imagination, innovation, and creativity of all of you. Now we're proud to show you a sample of what's new in the global attractions industry.
Over the past year, our industry made incredible advancements and innovations available to guests, from cutting-edge rides and lands to forward-thinking technology and storytelling. The global attractions landscape has never been more interactive, engaging, and exhilarating. Here's a brief look at some of what's new around our world. This year, ingenious new rides rolled into parks across the globe. Furuvik in Sweden unleashed Spökjakten. the first interactive dark ride in the country. At Tokyo Disneyland, the beloved It's a Small World reopened with almost 40 new characters. In the United States, Fast and Furious Supercharged raced into Universal Studios Florida, immersing fans in the famous film franchise. And Legoland California opened Lego City Deep Sea Adventure, sending guests on a real submarine to help a Lego minifigure dive for treasure using intuitive touchscreens. New water rides also made a big splash. Breaker's Edge Water Coaster at Hershey Park is a dynamic coaster and water attraction all in one. Ray Rush at Aquatica Orlando features a fog-filled orb, a 20-foot near vertical drop, and state-of-the-art aqualucent striped lighting. And Slide Wheel at Chimelong Paradise is the world's first rotating water slide. Across our industry, 2018 saw new parks advancing engagement, excitement, and the guest experience. Aquaventure at Atlantis Sanya in China is doing just that as Asia's largest water park, with 15 new water rides. At Mirabilandia in Italy, there is now a 20,000 square meter expansion of the existing water park, Mira Beach. The wave pool alone is 2,000 square meters. The Wanda Qingdao Oriental Studio Indoor Water Park opened with brand new water rides and thrills focused on Chinese culture and history. New coasters set the bar high for what's possible in thrills and technological innovation. Six Flags rolled out 2 rides themed around the world's most famous Amazon. On Wonder Woman coaster at Six Flags Mexico, as the cars rotate, riders face each other as they face their fears on a revolutionary 4D free-fly ride. Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas features an innovative single I-beam rail design with single-seat trains. Yippee at Parque del Cafe in Quindío, Colombia is inspired by the rich local culture of brewing coffee and driving Jeeps. And Railblazer at California's Great America is the only single rail track coaster on the West Coast, traveling up to 52 miles an hour on 1,800 feet of track. Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio introduced Steel Vengeance, the world's tallest, fastest, and longest hybrid coaster with a 200-foot fall and twisted snake dive. Other new coasters in North America include the world's fastest, steepest, and tallest complete circuit spinning roller coaster, Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. SeaWorld San Diego's Electric Eel is ingeniously designed with loops, twists, and a 150-foot vertical launch. At Sesame Place in Pennsylvania, young guests can now ride Oscar's Wacky Taxi, a unique kid-themed hybrid coaster. And at Callaway Park in Western Canada, Skywinder treats riders to a bird's eye view before a thrilling 40-foot spiral drop. Europe and Asia also unveiled state-of-the-art rides. Icon, the UK's first double-launch roller coaster, reaches heights of over 88 feet at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. At Alton Towers Resort in England, visitors scream on Wicker Man, a macabre fire and wood coaster. Liseberg's Valkyria has the highest drop and longest dive in Scandinavia. With 3 inversions and breathtaking speed, Phoenix at Toverland in the Netherlands is the first wing coaster in the Benelux Union. Chimelong Paradise in China unveiled Skyrocket, a triple-launch roller coaster that reaches speeds of 100 kilometers per hour. Next on our world tour are the newest mind-blowing shows, experiences, and attractions. Universal Studios Japan rolled out the interactive hologram show, Playing with Curious George. Visitors to Gatorland in Orlando are in for a comedic trip in custom monster vehicles on the Stompin' Gator Off-Road Adventure. Earth's mightiest heroes arrive to save the day and celebrate friendship at the Marvel Summer of Superheroes in Disneyland Paris. Six Flags Great Adventure debuted the first of its kind Cyborg Cyberspin, a 7-story thrill ride using state-of-the-art gyroscopic technology for a thrilling anti-gravity experience. Through interactive projection technology, Missão Fundo do Mar at Parque da Monica in Sao Paulo, Brazil, helps kids learn the importance of keeping the seafloor clean. New animals roared onto the scene in zoos and aquariums. Kiboko Bawawa in Guadalajara, Mexico, now brings guests closer than ever to hippos with a brand new habitat. Chessington World of Adventures in the UK launched Land of the Tigers, an exhilarating log flume ride with 4 endangered Amur tigers, watching from enclosed overhead trails. With 13.5 million liters of fresh seawater, the Lost Chambers Aquarium at Atlantis, Senya, is one of the largest aquariums in the world and holds 280 species of marine animals. In Southern California, the brand new Africa Rocks area is the most ambitious project ever at San Diego Zoo, with 6 distinct habitats and 40 species of African animals. This 8-acre experience is a spectacular addition. Our industry also grew with new venues, lands, and remodels. Freshly refurbished, the Loop, atop Seattle's Space Needle, has the world's first revolving glass floor. Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi opened as the world's largest indoor theme park with 6 immersive lands inspired by legendary Warner Brothers characters. Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando now invites guests into the Toy Chest at Toy Story Land, an expansion that includes Slinky Dog Dash and Aliens Swirling Saucers. Kidzania 4.0, an innovative family fun center in Guadalajara, encourages children to learn and create. And Thomastown at Kennywood Park is a great new experience for kids with 5 family rides and the Thomas & Friends 4D Bubbling Boilers movie experience. That was just a sample of the many new attractions, experiences, and rides in our incredible industry, taking fun forward into a bright future full of innovations, technological advances, and possibilities.
Wow, who's ready to join me on a world tour? As you entered the theater this morning, I hope you also saw some of the videos highlighting the many other new attractions around the world. This year, we received a record number of submissions for inclusion in the What's New video, and we wanted to be sure that we included as many as possible. We will continue to show these videos throughout the week. They really showcase the future of our industry. And now, to share more about the exciting future of IAAPA, please join me in welcoming the CEO of the Liseberg Group and IAAPA Chairman Andreas Andersen, and General Manager of Pacific Park on the Santa Monica Pier, and Chairman of the IAAPA Branding Task Force, Jeff Clockey.
Take that. Good morning, IAAPA. I'm Jeff Clockey, and I'm excited to be here with Andreas to preview IAAPA's new brand and strategic plan. It's been a privilege for me to volunteer on the Branding Task Force, and after almost 3 years of research, strategy, and design work, we're thrilled to be here to share the outcome of this exciting project.
Today, Jeff and I want to talk with you about the branding work and the strategic plan because these 2 initiatives are interlinked. Branding is not only about creating a logo, it's about who we are as an association. And strategy is about where we want to position ourselves in the future. In that sense, branding is strategy and strategy is branding. These 2 initiatives are particularly critical this year because as we celebrate the association's 100th anniversary, both the new brand and the strategic plan should set the path into the next century.
Our goal was to evaluate and refine the IAAPA brand to ensure that it reflects the truly global IAAPA of today and prepares us for the association, prepares the association for the future. We started by making sure that this was a member-driven project. So we set up a global task force of volunteer members from around the world and from many different types of attractions, manufacturers, and suppliers.
The late Al Weber initially chaired the branding task force. His sudden passing in 2016 saddened us all and created a huge void in IAAPA. Bonnie Sherman Weber with Six Flags selflessly stepped in and helped us navigate the transition, and Jeff took us over the finish line as our chairman for the last year.
One of the key rules established by Al and driving the branding task force was our commitment to not make decisions based on our own gut feelings, or the opinions of staff, or even the perspectives of the board of directors. Instead, we needed to listen intently to all of you, our members and our stakeholders.
So research was the foundation of this project. More than 2,000 people from 112 countries completed surveys and participated in online focus groups. Many of you probably participated in this research, and for that we say thank you. That was our boy band moment. We had more data than you can imagine, and we were pleased at the tremendous consistency in the results across regions, organization types, and professional disciplines. There were two big picture takeaways, two things all stakeholders had in common.
The first, above all else, is that we want to connect with each other. And when we do so, we learn something new and we are inspired. And when we are inspired, we are better able to grow our careers and our businesses. We also learned that we greatly value diversity. Our industry is made up of a wide range of professionals from all types of organizations from all around the world. There is power in that diversity. And what makes IAAPA unique is that everyone is welcome. Whether you operate a water park, an amusement park, an FEC, a science center, a bowling alley, we all have something to contribute to our industry and the association.
So what we learned is that members want more connection, more diversity, more IAAPA. This means we will continue to add ways for members to interact. We will continue to globalize IAAPA based on a think global, act local philosophy. And we will continue to grow the next generation of industry professionals through the IAAPA Foundation. This data also helped us inform and clarify the mission of IAAPA, which is really to inspire, grow, and protect the global attractions industry through member connections. And of course, this mission of connecting the industry has influenced our brand, how we talk about ourselves, how we'll communicate, and yes, even our logo.
People have always found ways to explore, to connect, to have fun together. This desire to go somewhere, to try something new, to experience something wonderful, has always been a part of what makes us human, what makes us happy, and what makes life just a little more interesting. And we, the attractions industry, we get to be a part of people's moments of joy, discovery, and happiness. Because we are the creators of fun, the makers of moments, the architects of unforgettable experiences. We are engineers and operators, experts and educators. We are manufacturers and suppliers, owners and entertainers. We are 5,000 members strong from more than 100 countries. We are the amazing, diverse, and dynamic global attractions community. And when we come together, there are bursts of inspiration. We are IAAPA, and we are moving forward.
The video really tells our new brand story, and all that meaning is built into our new logo. The colors suggest diversity, the flares suggest forward movement, and the burst of inspiration is what happens when we all connect and come together. Our new logo truly expresses the heart of IAAPA today.
We should all be proud of being part of this industry and being part of IAAPA. And the association's reason for being is really to bring the global attractions family together. However, we as an industry, as IAAPA, as an association, are operating in an environment that is changing at a rapidly increasing pace. To address this change, we need two things. First is a clear direction. Strategy is about making choices. IAAPA needs to show leadership and be proactive. We need to be value-driven and responsible. Second, we need to move faster. In this new global and fast-moving environment, we need to drive change instead of chasing it. This is the direction taking IAAPA into the next century, towards a stronger, global, more diverse, and more agile association. And most important, an association in closer contact with all of you.
We are really excited about the changes stemming from both the branding project and the strategic plan. We hope you are as well, and you'll start to see all of this come to life in the next year.
We will indeed. Thank you so much, Jeff, for your leadership. It has been a true privilege working with you on these very important projects.
Thanks, Andreas.
Thank you. And with this, it is also a farewell from me. I am soon going to be history and fade into the oblivion of the IAAPA records. I will. With this goodbye, there is no slideshow of me wearing funny hats. There's no cartoon, there are no mascots on stage, no confetti or fireworks, because quite frankly, this year we were just too busy. While being the chairman of IAAPA is a lot less glamorous than you would think, it is also a huge privilege. It is a huge privilege to head up the hundreds of volunteers that are moving the association forward. Volunteering for an association like IAAPA can be quite rewarding on a personal level. It grows your network and it improves your skills. But there is also an altruistic element. We all volunteer because we care about our industry, about IAAPA, the association that unites us. For me personally, however, the highlight of this year was really working with the IAAPA team. Day in and day out, striving alongside 70 global staff members representing 13 countries while working from 7 locations around the world. They make all this happen. Which illustrates that we as an association are really nothing without this IAAPA team. Our members are the reason for our existence, but the people we employ are the source of our strength. And they deserve a round of applause much, much more than I do. We as IAAPA members, IAAPA volunteers, IAAPA staff should be very proud of all we have accomplished this year. This year of celebration and change. And I can assure you that our association is in very, very competent hands. This also includes our incoming chairman. David Rosenberg is the first chairman of IAAPA to come from the world of zoos and aquariums. He is vice president of a beautiful and fascinating attraction, the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Monterey Bay is one of the most protected areas in the world. No day goes by where we don't see whales off of our back deck. There's otters in the kelp forest. What an amazing place to have an aquarium where people can connect inside the aquarium to the world right outside of it. As attractions, we're in the business of creating fun. This is more important now than ever. You see everybody glued to their screens, but what we create is the opportunity for people to re-engage with their friends and family and have a connection with the animal in front of them, or a safe environment where they can jump on a roller coaster and scream. At the Monterey Bay Aquarium, we often say that people come here looking for the animals and they leave remembering the people. Those interactions, those personal interactions with our staff and our over 1,200 volunteers, building these connections is something that families want to come back to over and over again. First and foremost, we're a conservation organization. Our mission is to inspire conservation of the ocean. That's tall marching orders. The audience is starting to demand the places they choose to have these great family experiences also care about them. Being a good operator that also cares about the environment and cares about the world around them, that's something that people are expecting. The next generation, they're savvy. They have expectations that we didn't have as children. I have a teenage daughter and a son that's a couple years behind her, and the two of them have such high expectations, not only of the attraction where dad is, but when they see that good practices aren't being followed in any business, they question it. Here we have such a great marriage of creating these fun experiences, and at the same time we're helping people understand that we're here to help the future as well. And it's so great to see the rest of the attractions industry moving in the same direction. What an exciting time to be the chairman for IAAPA. We just celebrated our 100th anniversary. It creates a network for all of us to share best practices. I'm excited about the knowledge that I've developed, and I hope to be able to amplify that throughout the attractions industry as well. We all have that same mission of creating fun and memorable experiences. The association allows us to learn from each other and do just that. And I'm so happy to be a part of that.
Please welcome your 2019 Chairman, David Rosenberg.
Thank you so much, Andreas. What an amazing year. Thank you. As I look across this room and see so many friends who share my passion for the industry, I can't help but to look back when I got my foot in the door here at Walt Disney World just 25 years ago. Today, the principles that define us remain unchanged. We're a community of professionals with a desire to provide safe, fun, and memorable experiences for our guests. At every gathering like this, I'm always struck by the variety and diversity of our members. As Andreas mentioned, it's important to recognize that our world is changing faster than ever, socially, technologically, and even environmentally. And on that last front, I'm happy to see our industry is becoming part of the solution. Members like Six Flags recently announced a significant commitment to using renewable energy, and Disney is reducing single-use plastics at their parks. And attractions like mine are leading the charge to save animals from extinction. Now, as luck would have it, I have the pleasure of welcoming a very special guest that takes a personal interest in the oceans. Hey guys, can you open up the doors? Let's go ahead and let's open up the doors.
Well, righteous, yeah, dude. Whoa, that was awesome. Whoa, check out all the human dudes in the human tank. Hello, dudes.
Hey, Crush. How are you? Crush?
Sorry, I was distracted by your noggin. It looks like mine, dude. Aw, I'm just pulling your fin, dude. Aw, everything's awesome, dude. What a ride. I do love the clean, clear rush of the EOC.
The EOC? What's that?
The East Orlando Current, dude. The waters are warm and friendly with lots of tasty bites, excellent sights, and totally cool humans.
Of course that makes sense. The East Orlando Current. Why didn't I think of that? Huh. Well, anyway, Crush, what happened to you? Crush.
Hey, yeah! There are more human dudes over here. What's up, other human dudes? Cool. So, what are you all up to?
Oh, I was just saying how excited I am that we're celebrating 100 years of doing what we do.
Oh, sweet. 100 years, righteous. I am 150. Pretty soon, you'll be catching up to me, dudes.
You know, we're also doing our part to reduce waste and keep the oceans clean, so you and your friends will be around for the next 100 years.
Oh, no. We most definitely appreciate it.
Hey, we have to keep going, but thanks for stopping by.
Oh, no worries, dude. The pleasure was all mine. Have a fine day. Catch you later, human dudes. Rock on! Oh, dude!
Goodbye, Crush. Goodbye. And that was Crush. He's a lot of fun. Now, I'm a big believer that careful planning that's key to achieving our goals. So I'm excited to lead the implementation of IAAPA's new strategic plan as we enter the next century. As Andreas mentioned earlier, our new 5-year plan calls for the association to include 3 simple but powerful ideas. First, We must be brave. Brave is defined as showing mental or moral strength to successfully face difficulty. One of the greatest things about our association is that when any one of our facilities faces adversity, we're not alone. Our friendships are our greatest strength. Second, we must be nimble. We will react with swiftly to keep pace with changes and the opportunities around us. And finally, we must be connected. For IAAPA, that means connecting you to innovations, best practices, and trends. And we'll offer more networking events around the world to bring our industry together so we can learn more about and from each other. I am so proud to serve the association and all of you. As your 2019 Chairman of the Board, I'm excited to help guide IAAPA into the next 100 years. And just like all of you with all of your teams, this is something that I won't be doing alone. We have 25 members serving on the board of directors, representing a tremendous amount of industry knowledge and experience. And of course, we have our 2019 team of officers. Please join me in welcoming a very talented group of industry leaders. Our first vice chair from Blackpool, Pleasure Beach, in the United Kingdom, Amanda Thompson. Our second vice chair from Whiting's Foods at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in the United States, Ken Whiting. Our treasurer from Six Flags Great America in the United States, Hank Slemmy. Our immediate past chairman from Liseberg in Sweden, Andreas Andersen. And our new IAAPA president and CEO, Hal McAvoy. These are your 2019 officers. When you see them at a networking event or on the trade show floor, say hello. They're here for you, to serve you as members, and they would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Now, as we wind down our event, let's get ready to kick off into the future.
Our guests are happy all the time. The people here are always smiling.
It's just really fun to see the spark of inspiration in their eyes.
As we send the last vehicle of the day, it's an exciting moment for the team. We just wrapped up another successful day. We kept everyone safe. We made everyone happy.
Park starts to empty out, guests start to leave, and make sure we send them off with good experiences, good memories.
We all make sure everything kind of gets done in little tally marks. We reset all of the spaces and help them get everything ready for the next day.
We do our job, get everything right. We're like one big family.
Attractions is giving us back the operations of the train. You know, we park them.
It's always really fun to look around and think like, yes, we've done it. It's over. We can come back tomorrow and do it again.
It's important, and I always do this, to reflect back on the day and what could I have done better, what could I have done differently.
We kind of wind down by talking about our day and the guests. We're always talking about a certain family, a certain person that said, hey, they wanted a picture with us.
We can talk about how our guests felt. Usually we talk about our successes, what we can improve on, how we can make tomorrow even better.
We're all pretty tired. We've helped out countless people, but we feel good about ourselves. We feel accomplished.
It's a very good feeling to lock the doors and get ready to go home, to know that hopefully everyone that came through our building in the day has had a 100% good experience.
At the end of the day, after thousands of people have been through the door and have had a great experience, you can look around and just know, we did it, and we can relax. And no, we can't really relax. I mean, you never stop.
work never stops. You keep thinking about it. It doesn't matter where you're at. And that's good because it helps us kind of keep a fresh mind at all times and look at things we haven't looked at before.
You know, we're always planning out the next week, the next day, the next month.
We've got trends to get ahead of, you know. We've got ideas to plan, big things to do. So we're always looking for that next great big idea.
Working in the attraction industry, you always have to be thinking about the future. Guests come to the park today and they really enjoy themselves, but how do you get them to come back to the park?
How can we stay relevant? How can we make sure that what we're offering is something that people can continue to get inspired, continue to enjoy?
We're always in preparation and trying to strive for tomorrow's tomorrow, creating new shows, new events, new thrills, new memories, and new happiness for the guests that continue to come back and the new guests that show up.
Now, we invite you to take fun forward and build the future on the trade show floor, at our networking events, and in the education sessions.
Have a great week at IAAPA Attractions Expo 2018.